Good afternoon and welcome to the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. I'm Brad Strauss alongside you as we have a softball doubleheader between your CCBC Catonsville women's softball team and Monroe University Mustangs. Beautiful weather here for a 3 o'clock first pitch for game one of this doubleheader. That first pitch will be taken for a strike over the plate. Emily Fagan will be on the mound here for the Cardinals today. The Mustangs come into today 18-16 overall. That one swung on and missed. The Mustangs have won 3 straight coming into today, but an 11-13 road record. They look to pick up a sweep against the Cardinals today and move that record to 500. The Cardinals 14-13 overall, including an impressive 8-2 conference record. The Cardinals have won 2 straight and are an outstanding 7-4 at home. The 1-2 pitch runs inside for ball 2. The leadoff batter, Reese Surratt, for the Mustangs here. That pitch just a tad outside from Fagan as the count now moves full at 3-2. Carice Johnson on deck for the Mustangs in the 2-hole. That's going to be ball 4 and a leadoff walk and a good start here for the Mustangs. Gabriella Pugliese in the 3-hole for the Mustangs now on deck with Johnson stepping into the batter's box. The Cardinals won a 2-game doubleheader and swept Chesapeake College on the road, winning 15-1 and 12-0. In 2 games. Impressive games from Emily Fagan in those outings as she looks to continue that success. The stolen base by the Mustangs allows for a runner in scoring position opportunity here early. That pitch taken for strike 1. The bunt laid down. Hit back to Fagan. Fagan to first. There will be an out there at first, but the runner will advance to third. As Mustangs do a good job playing some small ball here. The Cardinals have a .325 batting average as a team. That bunt laid down but went foul. A 5.72 earned run average from this Cardinals defense with a 191 whip. The pitching staff settling down. Done much better as of late. Cardinals have an impressive 4 shutouts this season. That pitch taken high for a ball. The 1-1 touches the outside corner for strike 2 as Fagan gets ahead here, trying to preserve that runner at third. The 1-2 pitch, the off speed, the changeup almost got her, but laid off of it and wisely did as the count now moves to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch swung on and hit to right field. The play's going to be made. But Cleveland not able to really get it in time for any contest at home plate. And that'll be a sac fly and a run for the Mustangs as they take an early 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first. The Mustangs won their last doubleheader against Herkimer College, winning 13-8 and then 19-0 in a 5-inning mercy rule. They're going to say that touched the outside plate on the changeup. Lisbeth Sambrino disagrees with that call and falls behind 0-2. They're going to say she didn't go as she was able to hold up the check swing. Fagan attacking that outside part of the plate. Getting the strike call a couple pitches ago almost forced Lisbeth to swing at that one, but tattoos the inside part of the plate for strike 3 and picks up a backwards K. The Cardinals give up 1, but head to the bottom half of the first, down 1-0. Stay with us here on the CCBZ Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Welcome back here to the broadcast for the bottom half of the first inning. The Cardinals get their first crack at it here. Angela Delaney, the catcher behind the dish, is the leadoff for the Cardinals. Will start us off here. Cardinals in a 1-0 deficit already. Mustangs did a good job. A little bit of small ball, advancing the runner and then bringing her home on the sac fly. But Fagan did a good job, only giving up that one. No hits in that top half of the first, but Delaney gets ahead 2-0. The 3-0 pitch, high, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk as Delaney will take first. And now right fielder number 4, Jordan Cleveland, gets her first plate appearance here of the day. That first pitch taken for a strike. The corner infield bearing down in case of a bunt. Cleveland, an excellent slap hitter for the Cardinals. See if she tries to poke one. That pitch high and taken for a ball. Cardinals with a .325 batting average and a .407 on-base percentage as a team. That bunt laid down, hit back up to the pitcher. Cleveland's going to be out at first, but does her job advancing. Delaney will advance to second base and a runner in scoring position with just one out. A similar formula that the Mustangs took in the top half of the first, that leadoff walk, could end up proving to be pivotal here again, just like it was to Fagan and the Cardinals defensively in the top half. Alana Watts, the left fielder in the 3-hole. Pitch just a tad inside on the hands as she takes it for a ball. Cardinals have 8 home runs this season, and no one more capable of getting it over the fence than this woman in the batter's box right here. The off-speed pitch high. Wasn't able to be controlled and stay in the zone. Watts doesn't bite, and the count's now 3-1. have to assume that this is a challenge pitch incoming. Watts looking to make her pay. The 3-1 pitch just a tad high for ball 4 on the on-speed, and that'll be a walk as Watts will get on, and now 2 runners on and a little bit of traffic on the base paths here. Now shortstop number 22, Gianna Guglielminti, takes that first pitch for a strike. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Good hack at it there from Gianna, but unable to catch up to the fastball. Guglielminti, a 5'3" freshman from Brooklyn, New York. They're going to say she went on the check swing, and that's going to be a strikeout. A 3-pitch strikeout at that. As the Mustangs pick up their second out of the inning and look to leave 2 base runners stranded here and get out of this bottom half of the first unscathed. Maggie Rowland, number 24, the 5 batter here for the Cardinals. The hot corner third baseman, the 5'10" freshman from Alexandria, Virginia, now tasked with the 2-out opportunity with a runner in scoring position to get the Cardinals on the board here. That pitch low and taken for a ball. And now ahead 3-0. Have to assume the red light will be given here. 3-0, high and outside, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk as the bases are now juiced here for the Cardinals in the bottom half of the first inning. And who else other than Emily Fagan with an opportunity to help herself out here. Going to be a mound visit, trying to settle down. Jalili, a punt. The freshman, 5'6", right-handed pitcher from Salem, Massachusetts. Punt misses that pitch for a ball. She's gotten herself behind in a couple of these counts, and the Cardinals doing a good job waiting off. That one swung on and fouled down the first base line. Fagan behind on that on-speed pitch. Got a hold of one, see if she can level it out on that swing. The 1-1 pitch, the base is juiced. Swung on and fouled off back in front of us. Ava Blum due up next. The 7 batter in the hole. But first, Fagan takes that pitch for a ball. That one hopped. And the count's now 2-2. If you're the Mustangs, you do not want to get to a 3-2 count. See how she challenges the strike zone here. The 2-2 pitch, high and taken for a ball. Fagan and the Cardinals having a good eye here early, patient, pushing counts here against these Mustangs, but going to have to come up with one here. The 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. And that's going to be outside for ball 4 as Fagan generates the walk, and a run will score for the Cardinals as Delaney comes in. And the Cardinals now knotted up at 1 apiece here in the bottom half of the first. Watts on third, Rowland on second, Fagan on first here as Ava Plum has an opportunity here once more with the bases juiced to not only tie but now take the lead. The second baseman 5'6" sophomore from Kent Island, Maryland. This entire Cardinal lineup more than capable. And she's going to have a huge opportunity here early. That pitch low, taken for a ball, and you have to believe the message was don't go chasing, make. The Mustangs throw your strikes. That pitch high, and that's going to be 2-0 already. O-punt. And the Mustangs in trouble here. She can't find this strike zone. That one swung on. Looked like it was going to be foul tip, but right into the glove for strike one. See if Blum can even that one out, maybe get ahead of this one-speed pitch. She catches up to it, and that's going to find some grass. One will score. Rowland comes around for another, and that two will score. A 2-out, 2 RBI. Base hit for Ava Blum. Fagan to third as the runners are on the corners here. The Cardinals take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom half of the first. Mentioned just a second ago before that pitch that Blum had to catch up to that on-speed pitch. She was able to touch it up, but was behind it on the swinging strike a pitch before, but was able to get to it and hit it the other way, find a patch of grass in front of right field for a 2 RBI base hit. The off-speed pitch hit back behind us. Now O-punt does a good job getting ahead in this count. See if she can hold her here at 0-2 and get out of this first, and she does. That'll be a strikeout, and that'll conclude the first inning, but not before the Cardinals put up 3 of their own. They take the lead here as we head to the top half of the second inning. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Welcome back here to the top half of the second inning. Rich Elias Rodriguez, Veronica Anderson will lead us off here from Monroe, the 5 batter, the shortstop. Rodriguez will be in the hole, due up next. Anderson, Rodriguez, and O'Daniels, the 5, 6, 7, due up for Monroe this inning. A run scored in the top half of the first, but we're unable to get a base hit. That one popped up to center field, and the play will be made there in center, as that'll be a quick out. Elise Anna Weebley makes the play in center field. Pitch taken for ball 1. Rich Elise Rodriguez, the 5'3" freshman from Puerto Rico. Smokes the off-speed pitch to the hot corner, but Roland makes a great play there at third for out number 2 here in the top half of the second. Fagan did a good job throwing in that changeup. Ball was smoked down the third base line as she pulled it, but Roland keeps it in front, fields it cleanly, and fires down that first base line for a routine out number 2. That first pitch taken for a strike. That one swung on. That one's going to find some grass as it drops right in front of the right fielder, Cleveland. And Carson O'Daniels gets the first hit of the game here for the Mustangs and tries to start a 2-out rally here with Sophia Davis, the right-handed right fielder. That one swung on, grounded to second, but an over pursuit of the ball from Blum messed her up. I think the slow roller might have just gotten her as she was pursuing hot to flip it to first. Looked like a bang-bang play there where that could have been fielded by the first baseman, Askin, but nevertheless, an error keeps the inning going. Pitch going to be outside for a ball. Runners now on the corners here with 2 outs instead of out of this inning. Let's see if the Mustangs can make the Cardinals pay here. Zoe Thompson swings on and fouls that one off. The 9 batter for the Mustangs. So the Cardinals do not want to turn to the top half of the Mustang order in this second inning and would like to get out of it here. That one swung on, popped up, Roland's ball, and that play will be made for out number 3. The Cardinals give up none. Fagan gets out of it once more as a couple are stranded. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. The Cardinals still lead 3-1. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. We're back here for the bottom half of the second inning. The Cardinals lead 3-0 after 3 runs scored in the first. Cardinals were able to get timely base hits and walks with runners in scoring position and capitalize. The Mustangs stranded 2 here in the top half of the second, despite an error made by the Cardinals, were able to get out of it relatively cleanly. That pitch taken for a strike. Elise Anna Weebley, the center fielder, leads off for the Cardinals, looks to turn the order over. There's going to be a bobble there on the hot corner, and Weebley runs it out and will reach safely. The error will be given to the third baseman for Monroe, which is Lisbeth Zambrano. So now both teams with an error early. And Delaney, the leadoff for the Cardinals, has an opportunity with a runner on. The 1-0 pitch. Just tattoos the outside part of the plate as it runs east, and that one swung on and fouled off. The count now 1-2. Oh, punt. Ahead in this count. Delaney fouls that one off. She's given the slap look a couple times this at bat. See if she sticks with it, trying to find a hole in the shallow outfield. She will, but she'll swing on and miss, and that'll be a strikeout in the first out of this bottom half of the second as Delaney's retired, and now Jordan Cleveland. Cleveland takes that first for a ball. Weebly on first. The corners heavily cheating in, especially on the hot corner at third. Anticipating a bunt. Cleveland laid a bunt down in her first at-bat to advance Delaney. The slap this time, trying to trickle down down past the third base glove, but a great play made there at third by Lisbeth. And got the lead runner there at second. Cleveland just wasn't able to get enough on that to get past that third base glove to allow for Weebly to beat it out. And now Watts, first pitch swinging. Hits that one hard by the second baseman. She tried the backhand opportunity, but ball went right under the glove, and Watts will be credited with the infield single. That one swung on and hit back up to the pitcher. Great play made, as that's going to be out number 3. The Cardinals strand a couple, but still lead 3-1 as we head here to the top half of the third inning. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. back here for the bottom half of the third. That one swung on. Going to be a bang-bang play, but the Mustang will beat it out for a leadoff single. Gianna Guglielminti got to that as quick as she could and fired it down the first base line, but unable to throw out Reese Surratt. As Surratt's now on first as for a leadoff single here for the Mustangs. Curtis Johnson in the box. Throw down. Going to be a stolen bag here for the Mustangs. Surratt picks up the stolen base. Looked like Guglielminti beat her to the spot with the ball, but just didn't apply the tag in time. Curtis Johnson, the 1-2, swung on and missed. That's going to be a strikeout for Fagan as she picks up another for the first out here in the top half of the third. That ball runs inside for ball one. Gabriela Pugliese, the 5'2", left-handed freshman from San Antonio, Texas. Take that for ball two. Presenting a slap look of her own. Able to lay off those first two pitches, though, to get ahead in this count. Fagan forced to challenge the strike zone if she doesn't want to fall behind 3-0. That one swung on and hit back to Fagan. Fagan looks off the runner, but already going and wisely throws it down the first base line. Incredible play for out number two, but the Mustang runner will advance to third. And now Lizbeth Zambrano, the third baseman, tasked here with 2 outs and a runner on third, driving her home. That pitch high for ball one. Fagan's done a great job controlling what she could control and handling the pitch sequences with runners on. Looking to strand one more in scoring position already. If she can get out of this one. That one swung on and smoked, but fouled. Lizbeth, 5'4" sophomore from Bronx, New York. That one going to be a foul ball as it trickles down the line. Batting .354 so far this season and 82 at-bats. 29 base hits, including 5 for doubles, and that one's going to be smoked. That's going to be a 2-out RBI, and the Mustangs fire back with one of their own. Here's the Cardinals now only lead 3-2 here with 2 outs in the top half of the third. Veronica Anderson, the 5 batter for the Mustangs, the 5'7" sophomore from Miami, Florida. Will hit on that one to second. Quick flip at second base to Guglielminti covering the bag, and that'll be out number 3, but not before the Mustangs put up one back for themselves with a 2-out RBI. We head here to the bottom half of the third. The Cardinals still lead 3-2. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Welcome back here to the bottom half of the third inning. Maggie Rollin will get us started. Emily Fagan due up next in the hole. Emily Fagan, the spotlight player for April 8th against Chesapeake. 15 strikeouts, only 1 hit and 1 run given up in a doubleheader. She threw a no-no in Game 2 against Chesapeake College, looking to keep up that momentum. Has given up 2 runs so far in 3 innings pitched, but her team has the lead. Fagan has a run scored in this game and hopes to get up here with a chance to drive in Rollin if Maggie can get on the 1-1. That one runs inside for ball 2. Rollin walked in her first at-bat. That one swung on and smoked down the third base line over the third baseman's glove. And that's going to be a leadoff single here for the Cardinals and Maggie Rollin. Rollin on first. And now Emily Fagan looks to help herself out here. That swung on, foul the other way. Beautiful job. The pitch running in on her hands, jammed her inside. That one had late movement. The 0-1. Fagan doesn't chase after the rise ball. Looked like some sort of two-seamer that came in on her hands for the first pitch. The rise ball there. Fagan will now show bunt, will lay it. Trying to get past the third base glove. Doesn't, but is able to throw her out at first, but Fagan does a good job. She advances the runner. The Mustangs have done a good job defensively, picking the right times to cheat in with their corner infield. Lisbeth Zambrano leaving her fingerprints all over this game here on both sides of the diamond. That one swung on and missed. Ava Blum, the 7th batter, with Renee Askin due up next. One out here with a runner in scoring position. The Cardinals have an opportunity of their own here with a runner in scoring position. That pitch taken for a ball. It counts even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Blum 1 for 1 today. Had the huge base hit that drove in some runs. It smokes that one back up the middle. That'll find some grass. Rollin coming around for home, and she'll be able to get in there safely. Monroe couldn't cleanly fire it down and relay it home. So no contest at home plate. Rollin slides in anyway. But that extends the Cardinal lead back to 2. Ava Blum, 2 for 2 here today. Multiple RBIs already. That first pitch taken for a strike. Askin 0 for 1. Looks to get her first hit of the afternoon. The off-speed pitch, she freezes and takes strike 2. Now falls behind 0-2. These Cardinals batters taking pitches early. It's important for the Mustangs to challenge the strike zone early and get ahead in these counts. Cardinals have been relatively patient throughout the entire order. Doing a good job forcing O'Punt to throw strikes. She'll throw a ball there as the count's now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Runs in on her hands, jammed, and that's going to be a play at first. That's going to be a double up as that's 2 outs. Going to be a double play. The first baseman made the catch in foul territory. Blum thought that that was going to stay fair, potentially even be a base hit, and the Cardinals get doubled up here to end the bottom half of the third, but not before they put up another run and extend this lead to 4-2. We head to the top half of the fourth inning. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Welcome back here to the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Here for the top half of the fourth inning. Monroe University Mustangs able to put up a run in the top half of the third, but the Cardinals respond thanks to Ava Blum, who's driven in multiple runs here for the Cardinals today. 2 for 2 so far. They're going to say Fagan missed the spot on that first pitch as she falls behind 1-0. That pitch runs inside for strike one. Beautiful pitch. That one swung on center field. That one's going to go over the head of Weebly. And a throw in, but a quick one. A good job. Freezes Rodriguez there at first as she's not able to get extra bases on that hard hit ball in deep center field. Looked like Weekly had a chance at catching that one, but just went over the head. Don't know if she got a perfect jump on that one, but that one was smoked in left center field. Going to be a pinch runner for the Mustangs as they try to get more speed on the base paths. Carson O'Daniels up the bat here, pops that one up, unable to be caught. Daniels had the Mustangs' first hit today. Couple innings ago. Both teams at 4 hits apiece now. Despite the difference in the scoreboard, the Cardinals just done a much better job hitting with runners in scoring position. The Mustangs just 1 of 6 with runners on. That one swung on, and that batting average is going to go up as that's going to be a single. And now runners on first and second. A little bit of traffic here on the base paths once more. The Mustangs moved to 2 for 7 with runners on, but just 1 of 4 with runners in scoring position. That one going to be taken for a strike. The Cardinals only thrown about 50 pitches. Fagan dominating the zone with strikes. A little over 30 of them have been strikes. Around a 65% percentage for strikes thrown. That one swung on. Watson left. Doesn't have to move much. The play made. The lead runner thought about going to third, but would have been a dicey tag up, to say the least. But that'll be an out number one as runners remain at first and second. First pitch outside, taken for a ball. Zoe Thompson, the 9 batter, here before the lineup turns over. Have to wonder if Fagan, she can get ahead in this count, could set up a double play potential. She'll set it up anyway. Guglielmenti to third. Gets the lead runner. Did not decide to look for the double play. Looked like the perfect opportunity to be able to. She could have turned it quickly to Blum at second, but instead of the potential 6-4-3 double play, she'll get the 6-5 ground out, and the lead runner will be out. Runners on first and second. Here with 2 outs, Fagan's done a good job so far. No runner advancing with 2 outs picked up, but job's not over yet as Fagan needs one more here to get out of this one unscathed. That one swung on. Guglielmenti fires to first, and that's going to be out number 3. Fagan, an incredible job here on the mound, getting out of these situations. She leaves 2 stranded. Monroe picks up none. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Cardinals still lead 4-2. Stay with us here on the CCPC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Cardinals remain in the lead 4-2. Brilliance from Emily Fagan on the mound, and that Cardinal defense behind her able to get out of it. No outs with runners on first and second, and that's where they stayed after 3 outs were picked up in a row. The fly out to left. The force out at third from the ground ball to Guglielmenti, and then another grounder to Guglielmenti. She threw her out at down first. Back-to-back-to-back retired, and the Cardinals get out of there unscathed. As Fagan continues to give the Cardinals productive innings. Now 4 innings pitched, only 2 given up. The Cardinals bats look to stay alive here and extend this 4-2 lead. That pitch taken for a strike. Weebly, the 9 batter, the 9-1-2 due up here for the Cardinals. The lead batter for the Cardinals, 3 for 4 today. So the Cardinals have started hot. Two-two count. Swung on. Fouled the other way. Weebly got a good piece of that one. Jalila, point. That pitch fouled off. A little over 60 pitches thrown. 4 runs given up, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. A lot of traffic on these base paths, but keeping the damage minimal. Trying to keep this lead, or this deficit, excuse me, only at 2. Three balls, 2 strikes here. Full count. Pitch runs it on the inside corner and just misses the inside plate. Defers down to the first base line to see if she went. Weebly did not, able to hold back, and now the leadoff runner makes it on first again here for the Cardinals as it turns to the top half of the order, and Delaney conversation being had, and I believe the Mustangs are going to make a pitching change. They will. We'll find out what it is when we get back. Stay with us here for the pause of the action on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. We're back here in the bottom half of the fourth after the pitching change. Shayla Brown on the mound for the Mustangs decided to make the change relatively early, trying to avoid giving up more runs and extending this deficit. Brown, a freshman from the Bronx, 5'5", right-handed pitcher. Her last outing saw 2 hits given up with 1 walk and 1 earned run. That pitch going to be a strike. She picked up a win in that stat sheet. That ball thrown down. They're going to say she's safe. Somehow snuck underneath that tag. Looked like she could have been gone by a mile, but Weebly finds a way to slide the hand underneath the tag and picks up the stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position. As I mentioned, Brown picked up the win on April 4th. 2 hits given up, 1 earned run. That one swung on and fouled off. She threw 2 innings with that stat line. Prior to that, gave up only 1 earned run in 5 innings pitched on the 29th. Definitely a capable arm. The 3-2 pitch. That one fouled off. Delaney trying to do somewhat of a soft slap. Trying to advance that runner, no outs. Cardinals playing small ball. Both these teams have done so today. The Cardinals executed just a little bit better, and perhaps the reason for their 2-run lead. Delaney will take the walk, and runners will now be on first and second here for Jordan Cleveland. Cleveland 0 for 1 today. That ball ran inside and fooled Cleveland. Trying to get the slap look. She accidentally kept her swing going and fouled that one off. The 0-1 going to be another foul ball. They're going to give catcher's interference. Cleveland going to take her base. And now Alana Watts, the sophomore, 5'2" from Pasadena, Maryland. The outfielder looking to do some maximum damage here with bases juiced here and no outs. Watts 1 for 1 today and also a walk. That one a little low. Watts does a good job holding back. They're going to say she went, so that's going to be a late decision, strike one. Deferring to the infield umpire. They're going to say that's a strike. That one sure looked off the plate, but the all-speed running away clips the outside part of the zone, and now all of a sudden Watts falls behind 0-2. Have to imagine a chase pitch incoming, see if Watts lays off of it. She, in fact, does. Count goes to 1-2. Watts looks to reach base one more time. The 1-2 swung on, fouled off. Watts batting an outstanding .628 with 4 homers, 4 of their team's long balls. Half of them this season have come off the bat of Alana Watts. 21 RBIs. She looks to add to that total. The 1-2 once more, just a tad outside, and the count moves even at 2-2. Watts, the heart of this lineup. The 3 batter looks to drive him in. The circle change unable to find the strike zone. And now here we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count loaded. The bases loaded. No outs here. Can Watts do it once more? The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled down the third base line. And Watts will stay alive to see at least one more pitch. With the way Fagan is pitching for the Cardinals, critical that the Cardinals capitalize on opportunities like the bases juice with no outs. Their best hitter with an opportunity to drive them in. That one's going to be foul as it turns left of the line prior to reaching past the third base bag. And Watts will see one more, and you just have the feeling that an incredible hitter like Watts, the more pitches she sees, the better she gets. Brown has to find a way to retire this first batter. The 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be ball 4 as Watts draws in the walk, and another run will score. The second for the Cardinals on a walk with the bases juiced. And a professional at bat from Alana Watts, as she's now reached safely in all 3 of her at bats. 2 by way of walk. That first pitch going to be low, but called a strike. And now Gianna Guglielminti 0 for 2 today, but has a big opportunity here with the bases juiced once more. The off-speed pitch fools her. She's out and ahead of it, and the count moves to 0-2. Great changeup for Shayla Brown. Critical to get this first out, potentially being able to set up a double play ball if they can have an out, but have to retire the first one and keeping these runners in their positions. Minty able to just foul that one off. Just get a tiny piece of it, stay alive, live to see one more day. The 0-2. 0-2 once more, here we go. Swung on, ground ball to third. Third going to defer off the off the home, and fire down to first. The out will be made, but not without the run scored. The Cardinals add one more. Guglielminti adds an RBI to her stat line. And now Maggie Rowland, who's been incredible on both sides for the Cardinals today, has runners on second and third, 2 in scoring position. And an opportunity here with a 6-2 lead to really branch this one out here for the Cardinals. Swung on, first pitch, Hunton finds the grass. That one's going to drive in 2, and Rowland's going to stand up with a double And the Cardinals branch out to an 8-2 lead here in the bottom half of the fourth. Critical time hitting for the Cardinals. Again, able to capitalize with runners on and the traffic on the base paths. Maggie Rollin now 2 for 2 on the day. This middle part of this Cardinals lineup. Rollin, Fagan, Blum getting it done here for the Cardinals in game one of this doubleheader. Fagan has a runner scoring position opportunity of her own. That pitch outside for a ball. Strike, excuse me. It counts 1-1. That one low. Skips right in front of home plate. And Cardinals not done yet here with only one out in this fourth. Trying to pour it on. Pitch high, take it for a ball. Fagan doing a great job. Cardinals continuing to wear down these Mustang pitchers and these counts. Trying to find their pitch. That one swung on and fouled off. Has to be incredibly challenging for a pitcher to swift through a lineup that is 100% capable of working counts and being patient, but also has the hitters in the middle of the lineup like Roland, who's not afraid to swing at the first pitch she gets, smoking that one in right field in the gap. Cardinals, that one swung on, played a short arm the throw, and that's going to be a throwing error, and another will score. Roland will walk in for the 9th run here for the Cardinals. That's going to be a throwing error on the Mustangs shortstop. Veronica Anderson will pick up that one. Seemed like she just short-armed the throw. Maybe Roland bothered her a little bit. That ball trickled right past her feet, but nevertheless, Fagan on second will take it. And now the woman that's gotten it done for the Cardinals all day, Ava Blum. Has the chance to do it one more time here. With a commanding 9-2 lead, the Cardinals have grabbed onto. Pitch outside and take it for a ball. Cardinals bench screaming for her to stay hot. Looking to have her 3rd hit of the day. Or reach base by any means necessary. Gets ahead 2-0. Have to wonder how confidently Brown targets the strike zone. Throws ball 3. And the lingering effects that occur when your batting lineup 5, 6, and 7 are hitting as well as the Cardinals are has a lasting effects on pitch sequence and approach. And just like that, that's a walk. Fagan going to steal and get to third. But they're going to say she's out at second. Blum tried to steal an extra bag with the throw in foul territory, but gunned her out at second, as that's going to be out number 2. But more importantly, Fagan was shaken up a little bit, reaching for that steal. But appears she'll be okay, but a critical second out picked up. Blum trying to stretch for one more base, unable to as she's thrown out. And now Renee Askin here with 2 outs and a runner on third. First pitch taken for a strike. That one swung on and missed. Askin fooled by the off-speed pitch. Seen the Cardinals a couple times out and ahead of that pitch. The 0-2 swung on, not fooled that time as she was able to wait. Able to sit on that off-speed pitch and drive it right past the outstretched glove at third on the hot corner. And that's going to be another run scored. This time a 2-out RBI. And now Anna Weebley takes that first pitch for a strike. The 9 batter for the Cardinals, trying to get through this entire order. The Cardinals started this inning with Weebley and look to continue it with her bat, keeping this inning alive with 2 outs. Pitch low and taken for a ball. Pitch outside. The 2-1 pitch just tags the outside corner. Brown's been hammering that outside part of the plate. The home plate umpire's been giving it to her. A huge pitch. Changes the count from 3-1 to 2-2. Swung on the changeup. Weebley out and in front of it, but it rolls foul. Here we go, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and hit back up to the pitcher, past the pitcher to short. Shortstop to first, the play's made, and that'll be out number 3. But not before the Cardinals tack on 6 more runs. The Cardinal lineup pouring it on here. Excellent runners in scoring position and drive home 6 more as the Cardinals take a commanding 10-2 lead. We head to the top half of the 5th inning as Fagan and company are rolling. Stay with us here on the CCVC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Pitch swung on. They're going to say it trickles foul. We're here in the top half of this 5th inning. The Cardinals have played superb ball here through 4, but more work's to be done. 2 7-inning doubleheader games here. The Cardinals take on the Mustangs and lead 10-2 here in the top half of the 5th. That's going to be strike number 2. Fagan's done a great job with her movement here on a couple of these pitches. And another one, and that's beautiful as she's going to pick up the strikeout here. And Fagan dialed in here in the top half of the 5th for out number 1. Fagan so far with 4 1/3 pitched, 2 runs given up, 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk. That one going to be a strike as Fagan is painting the outside corner here. Gabriela Pugliese. That off speed almost got her, but was able to hold back on it. And falls a little below the zone for ball 1. The Cardinals. That one swung on, hit back up the middle. That one smoked. Blum had no shot there at second. Gets the jersey a little dirty, but that'll be a single here for the Mustangs. And despite only 2 runs scored, Monroe, inning in and inning out, has been able to have a base runner or 2. That one's going to be a pass ball. They were trying to pick her off. Looked like it bounced off the runner's back. She's holding that back a little gingerly, but able to take the extra base. And now a runner in scoring position. Fagan a little upset with herself. Maybe not the wisest pickoff opportunity or chance taken, but Lisbeth Zambrano, the third baseman, 1 for 2 with an RBI today. 1 of 2 scored. 1 of 2 driven in, for Monroe. The 0-2 swung on and missed. That's going to be a strikeout. Lisbeth swung extremely late on that pitch. Maybe worried that they would call that strike 3. The home plate umpires love that outside corner of the plate. That one swung on, might find some grass, could find more so than some grass. That one bounces off the wall. 1 will score for the Mustangs. And a stand-up double here with 2 outs in the top half of the 5th. Gets the Mustangs back on the board. It's now 10-3 here. Veronica Anderson tattooed that one in the gap. The 1-1 pitch, the off speed, unable to clip that outside part of the zone. Rodriguez does a good job letting it be. She's 1 for 2 here today. That one swung on and popped up back behind us. Fagan throwing some heat, tried to get it by her, but able to catch back up in the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fagan throwing around her 70th pitch this at bat. That one pop up in the air back behind us once more. Rodriguez stays alive. Monroe with 7 hits, 6 of them by 6 different players in this lineup. Definitely capable is this Mustang order, but timely base hits like the one we just saw that gave the Mustangs their 3rd run is something that they haven't been able to come up with consistently enough. The 3-2 pitch, she draws a walk. Now runners here on first and second. Here with 2 outs, Fagan has to find a way to get out of this one. A little bit of trouble. Carson O'Daniels, number 10, 2 for 2 here today. The only person with multiple hits in this order. Swung on, hit the short. Guglielminti unable to make the play. One will turn home to score. And now runners on first and second. Another 2-out RBI base hit here for the Mustangs as they're starting to put together this consistent inning and high leverage plate appearances and coming away with base hits. Like I mentioned, the Cardinals have been doing all day today. That first pitch taken for a strike. Fagan has to settle in here a little bit. Looked like a good pitch and soft contact, but Guglielminti was unable to come up with it at short. And that one swung on, smoked. That one's going to find the gap, maybe more. And that ball's gone. That's going to be a home run for the Mustangs. And that's 3 RBIs scored on the 3-run shot as the Mustangs crawl right back into this one here in the top half of the 5th. Sophia Davis homered to deep right center field, 3 RBIs to go along with it. Tattooed that baseball, and now all of a sudden the Cardinals' comfortable lead has vanished. And now only sits ahead by 3 here with 2 outs in the top half of the 5th. O'Daniels and Rodriguez scored on the Davis homer. The O'Daniels run will be unearned. Due to the error, that'll be a strike, counts 2-1. That one swung on and smoked, but the catch made. Guglielminti with a beautiful catch there in shallow short. That's going to be out number 3, but not before the Mustangs do some damage and crawl back. 5 runs of their own and a 3-run shot off the bat of Sophia Davis. The Cardinals look to respond as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cardinals 10, Mustangs 7. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Here back, bottom half of the 5th inning, the Cardinals have a response. We're about to find out. The Mustangs putting up 5 runs of their own. Sophia Davis with the 3-run shot smoked over the Cardinal wall. That one swung on and fouled. Cardinals look to be firing on all cylinders on both sides of the diamond, and just like that, Monroe punches back. Here in game 1 of this heavyweight fight, the off-speed pitch unable to find the zone, just a tad high. The changeup never really dropped. Counts 1-1. Delaney leading off this inning and the leadoff batter for the Cardinals as the top half of the order is due up. 1-2-3 here for the Cardinals. Pitch inside for a ball. Cardinals 10 runs on only 6 hits. Couple errors gone their way. Great base running, small ball, sac flies. That one looks like it's going to be a base hit as it trickles off the glove on the hot corner of Zambrano. Now Jordan Cleveland here with a runner on. Was able to reach base safely due to catcher interference in her last at bat. See if she can find a more traditional way here of getting on. First pitch, swing and a miss, trying to find the slap opportunity again. Looks like she's trying to hit some soft contact. The middle part of the infield, the inner midfield playing back, but the corners playing in. Sheila Brown back there on the mound for the Mustangs. 3 runs given up in 1 innings pitched and 3 walks. She looks to settle in. So the Mustangs are going to need her here after their offense put them back into this game. That one swung on, hit the shortstop, short to second. No throw at first. Going to make it in time. Jordan Cleveland able to leg it out, but the force out at second on a fielder's choice. Now Alana Watts once more. It's critical for Sheila Brown and the Mustangs to have gotten Cleveland out on the fielder's choice like they did because of who comes up next in this order. With the way Alana Watts has been hitting all season, on top of how well the 5-6-7's performing back behind her. That one's smoked as she waits on the changeup. That one's going to drop in. Cleveland going to turn to go to third. She gets down. She's going to be safe, and Alana Watts will stand at second as that's going to be a double in the gap. Brown tried to fire the changeup in the zone. Watts waited up on it and smoked it past the left field glove of Gabriella Pugliese there in left. Pitch low and take it for a ball, and now with runners on second and third, 2 in scoring position, the Cardinals once again have an opportunity to pounce. That one swung on. Beautiful job. Makes for an easy RBI. Guglielminti doing the small things well here. The diving catch to end the disastrous top half of the 5th. And this time a sacrifice RBI on the ground out. Was able to punch it to the right side of the field, allowing for no contested home. Cleveland will score the run, and now Maggie Rowland, who is scorching hot here for the Cardinals. Will Watts on third will be tasked with keeping this thing going with 2 outs as she first pitch hunts, but fouls that one off. Rowland 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, reaching safely in all 3 of her at-bats. Dialing in is this Cardinals team. 11 runs here on 8 hits with only 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th. The off-speed pitch gets away from Brown. So that's going to be outside for a ball. Brown coming up on 50 pitches already in relief. Cardinals continuing to work these pitchers. Pitch just a tad outside. Unable to clip the outside part of the plate. Now Rowland gets ahead, 2-1. That one outside for a ball. The 3-1 pitch. Going to be ball 4, just a tad high. There's probably going to be a pitching change, and there will be as the Mustangs look to preserve this deficit and keep it only at 4. Kelsey Bauer on the mound here for the pitching change for the Mustangs. A quick pause in the action. We'll take one with them. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th. Emily Fagan with a runner on first and third. Trying to help herself out. Kelsey Bauer on the mound. The pitching change for the Mustangs. The 5'6" sophomore right-handed reliever from San Diego, California. That one swung on and fouled off. Fagan gets a piece of it. 1 inning pitched and only 1 hit given up with no runs given up in her appearance on the 4th. That one just going to be a little low. Runners going. But that's going to be out number 3 before Watts can come home. Olin caught stealing for out number 3. Have to wonder if they were trying to get the runner home with Watts and baiting the throw, but nevertheless, the Mustangs get out of it. The Cardinals tackle in one more, and they grow the lead to 4. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Mustangs 11, Cardinals 11, Mustangs 7. Fagan returns here on the mound for the Cardinals in the 6th. That one bunt laid down safely. Will reach Surratt. Lays down that bunt beautifully, drops it right in front of Fagan, is able to reach safely at first. Karis Johnson, the 2 batter for the Mustangs. Hasn't gotten a base hit today, but Surratt steals second and will put a Mustang in scoring position here with no outs. That one swung on. That one's going to be fair. That one going to be a base hit as it bounced off of Renee Askin's legs, I think. She was creeping in first on the corner, trying to play for a potential bunt and advancement of the runner. The ball was smoked down her line, and the ball bounces away in foul territory. But that's going to be an RBI, and the Mustangs really starting to dial it in here against Emily Fagan and company. It's going to be strike one. Now 11-8, the 10th hit of the game. As Karis Johnson gets her first hit of the day. Now Gabriella Pugliese, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI today, looks to add to that total. Pitch outside for a ball. Surratt had the single and then the stole and base to second that allowed Johnson to drive her in with the double. That one's going to be ball 4. Now Fagan and the Cardinals in a little bit of trouble here. Runners on first and second. This can be the game-tying batter right here with just one swing. That one swung on and fouled the other way. Lisbeth Zambrano, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Struck out twice, though, in her 2 putouts. See if Fagan can get one by her one more time. She shows late bunt, unable to drop it down. Frustrated with herself. The Cardinals' defense was in no way prepared, but no outs here. 0-2. Going to be outside for a ball as the count moves to 1-2. The Mustangs batting 5 for 15 with runners on and 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Those averages have jumped up these last couple innings. I alluded to opportunities missed out on by the Mustangs earlier in this game and starting to hone in on those. And the reason why that play is going to be made by Fagan, what an incredible catch. The ball smoked back up to the pitcher. Fagan looked back at second to try to get 2, but heads up base running by the Mustangs, able to get back. Johnson, at the lead runner at second, able to get back. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. More importantly, the runners stay at bay. That one swung on. I'm going to get past Guglielminti's glove. Watts is going to throw it home. Going to be no play at home, and runners will advance to third and second. And now 11-9 here in the 6th. The Cardinals had a comfortable lead just a couple innings ago. It's starting to dwindle here. Veronica Anderson was the one that drove in the run. She's done that a couple times for the Mustangs. 2 for 4 today. And now Richelise Rodriguez tasked with doing more of the same. 2 in scoring position. Those 2 make the difference right now as the Cardinals only lead by 2. The off-speed pitch away for ball 2. O'Daniel's on deck, 2 for 3 today. That one swung on, fouled out and ahead of it. Beautiful east-west movement from Fagan with that pitch. Jammed her inside the hands. Have seen Fagan throw that pitch and excel on it today. O'Daniels and Davis due after the 7-8. The off-speed pitch she stays back on and is able to find a patch of grass. One will score. The throw at third, she could be out. She will be. Rowland does a good job with the tag. Weebly with the assist on the throw-in, and that's going to be out number 2, but not before the Mustangs put up one more on the board. Great heads-up play by Weebly, able to pick up the second out and help Fagan on the mound. Rowland does a good job applying the tag, but the Mustangs draw back one closer, and it's now 11-10 here with 2 outs. That one swung on. Weebly in center. The play made on the diving catch. Back-to-back incredible plays for Elisa Ann Weebly. That'll conclude the top half of the 6th, but the Mustangs will more than take it as they draw back a couple runs and find themselves only down 1, 11-10. We have a good one here, folks, as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the bottom half of this 6th inning. Elise Anna Weebly in center field made those incredible back-to-back plays to get the Cardinals out of a disastrous inning. But the Cardinals still remain ahead 11-10 here in the bottom half of the 6th. It's been an exciting game 1 of this doubleheader. The Cardinals were a couple innings ago one swing of the bat away from a potential mercy rule, and now Fagan falls behind 0-2 here in the bottom half of the 6th with only a 1-run lead, and the Cardinals desperately needing to add some insurance runs. The Mustang order and lineup really starting to hone in on Fagan and company. The Cardinals order has been incredible, hitting all the way throughout. The 6, 7, 8 do here with Fagan starting us off. Fagan was supposed to be due up in the 5th, but Rowland was thrown out trying to steal second. Fagan gonna be rung up on 3 strikes on that backwards K. The off-speed pitch froze her. Never even thought about swinging, and that's going to be a strikeout. Kelsey Bauer picks up her first strikeout. And looks to keep this deficit only at 1. An exciting game 1 of this doubleheader. That one swung on and fouled off. The changeup once more in there for a strike. Ava Blum, no interest in swinging at that pitch. 2 for 2 today with 3 RBIs. See if she could stay hot. That pitch high for a ball as she's able to lay off. The count 2-2. And they get her with the strikeout, the changeup. Blum waited on it, probably expected it, and was just unable to make contact with it, as that's the second strikeout of the inning. And the Mustangs may have found their answer to this Cardinal lineup here with Kelsey Bauer. Pitch outside, taken for a ball. Renee Askin, 1 for 3 with an RBI today. That fastball will get in there for strike 1. The changeup once more in there, and Askin wanted no part to that one as she lets that go for a strike, and have to wonder if the Cardinals will adjust to that off-speed pitch. The rise ball, Askin lets go, and it's 2-2. Feels like a similar pitch sequence to Blum, a batter at go. Have to wonder if she'll go back to that changeup here. And if the Cardinals' bats can adjust. The 2-2, 2-out pitch. The changeup again, and it gets her. As the Cardinals go down 1-2-3. Kelsey Bauer stuns the Cardinals hitters. And we'll head to the top half of the 7th and final inning. The Cardinals clinging on to a 1-run lead. Cardinals 11, Mustangs 10. Stay with us here for the finish on CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. And here we go. The top half of the 7th and final inning of Game 1 of this doubleheader. Brad Strauss alongside you. The Cardinals have led for the most part. Took the lead in the first inning with 3 runs. Haven't looked back. 1 point led 10-2. That one's going to fall and get right past the first and second base hole for a leadoff single for the Mustangs. Sophia Davis, her second base hit of the day. The first one came on a 3-run shot that drew the Mustangs close after a 10-2 deficit. Shows bunt but pulls back. Is Zoe Thompson 0 for 3 today, the 9 batter. She'll pull back once more for ball 2. The Cardinals charging on that bunt show. The 8-9-1 was due up for the Mustangs this inning. She'll lay bunt, but that'll be foul. The Mustangs have seen a base hit from everyone but Zoe here today. She'll look to be the 9th different batter in the lineup to generate an out. They're going to get that lead runner at second on the fielder's choice. Guglielminti does a good job flipping it over. Blum does a good job covering the second base bag, as that'll be out number 1 here in the top half of this 7th. Thompson will take over at first on the fielder's choice. Had to imagine she might try to steal a bag, and she will. Throw down to second. She's off the bag, and she got her! Zoe Thompson was in there safe, but slid up and over the bag. The hand was off of it, and the Cardinals infield stick with it and get the tag down before she can get the hand back on the bag. And that's a pivotal out number 2 here in the top half of this 7th. That one swung on. Guglielminti to first, and that'll be game number 1 as the Cardinals pick up a win. The Mustangs fire all the way back and make it close, but the Cardinals prevail to take game 1, 11-10. Emily Fagan will pick up the win. The Cardinals score 11 runs. Alana Watts 2 for 2. Maggie Rowland 2 for 2. And Ava Blum 2 for 3. The Cardinals pick a game 1 win in the doubleheader. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast as game 2 of this doubleheader to start in around 20 minutes. Welcome back here to game 2 of our doubleheader here between the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals and Monroe University Mustangs. The Cardinals were able to squeak out an 11-10 thriller win in game 1 of our doubleheader. Emily Fagan back out on the mound here for game 2, was able to pick up the win in game 1. She can see if she can do the same here. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Cardinals have now won 3 straight, look to remain hot. Fagan gonna have much help behind her and with the bats. Able to put up 11 runs in game 1 was this batting lineup for the Cardinals. Renee Askin at first. Ava Blum at second. That's going to be swung on and missed. Count moves to 2-2. Gianna Guglielminti at short. And then Maggie Rowland at third base. That one going to be fouled off. That one's going to be strike 3, and that's going to be the first strikeout for Emily Fagan here in game 2. And the leadoff batter, Reese Surratt, retired. Gabriella Pugliese now moves to the 2-hole here in game 2. Take that first pitch for a strike. The umpires will swap positions as well, so a whole new strike zone here for Fagan in game 2. We'll see how she adjusts. That one's going to be a ball. That one going to be a strike. Gabriella Pugliese in game 1 had a hit and an RBI, walk drawn. Didn't strike out once to Fagan, who was able to have 4 strikeouts. That one swung on. And a play's going to be made in center field. What a play. Alessandra Weibly with the play in center field. She's had a couple gems out there defensively today. And another incredible play. The outstretched glove able to corral it in for out number 2 and help Fagan. Veronica Anderson slides up to the 3-hole here in game 2. 2 hits, 2 RBIs in the 5-hole in game 1. The Mustangs looking if they can get more production out of the top half of their order. Slides her up. Seems like they like that matchup against Fagan. The 3-1 swung on, and that's going to be hitting the gap. It's going to be a double. And Anderson continues to smoke the ball here today. Her 3rd hit of the afternoon against Fagan, and the first here for the Mustangs in game 2 of this doubleheader, as they have a 2-out runner in scoring position opportunity here now for Lizbeth Zambrano. Lizbeth was 1 of 4 with an RBI in game 1 against Fagan. That one swung on and hit right past Guglielminti and short. Watt's going to throw home. They caught her in a pickle, but that's going to be an out, and that's going to be the 3rd out, but not before the Mustangs put up a run. 1-0 here as we head to the bottom half of the 1st. Cardinals bats 2 up next. See if they can remain hot on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Welcome back here for the bottom half of the first inning. The Cardinals down 1-0 after the top half of the first. That was the same in game one. We're able to respond with 3 runs in the bottom. See what they do in this first inning of game two. Angela Delaney, the catcher and leadoff batter for the Cardinals, will start us off here. That one going to be fouled off. Zoe Thompson, a 5'7" freshman. That one smoked but caught at short for out number 1. Thompson will be on the mound here as the game 2 starter for the Mustangs, trying to settle down these Cardinal bats that were so hot. It's going to be a ball. Caitlin Miles, number 9, will bat second here. A little bit of a change for the Cardinals. She didn't appear in game 1, but will be in the 2-hole here for game 2. See how the change fares for the Cardinals, and so far good. She smokes that one down the third base line as that's a single. And now Alana Watts multiple base hits, multiple runs scored, multiple walks drawn in game 1, leaving her fingerprints all over that 11-10 high-scoring thriller. That one low. Watts, more than capable of firing up the band and getting to that on-speed pitch. Also able to slow it down and drive the off-speed. We saw her hit a double in the gap on a changeup in game 1. An incredible eye on top of that. Draw 2 walks. All around hitter and a danger in the heart of this lineup in the 3-hole. That pitch taken for a strike. Delaney, Miles, Watts, Guglielminti, Rowland, Fagan, Bloom, Askin, and Weibly the order for the Cardinals here in game 2. The off speed outside from Thompson. Really, the only change in this order is Miles in for Jordan Cleveland, game 2 at the 2-hole. She'll also take her spot in right field, and that will be a walk as Watts again reaches base here. And now Gianna Guglielminti the shortstop looking to get in on the action herself. Minty swings on, fires that one to short. The force out at third will be made. So Miles will be out. The runners still at first and second on the fielder's choice, but that'll be out number 2. Now Maggie Rowland, the 5'10 freshman, playing the hot corner for the Cardinals from Alexandria, Virginia. That one low and taken for a ball. Rollin was 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs and 2 walks. Dominated game 1 and looks to do so again. That pitch high and take it for a ball. She gets ahead 2-0. She did such a good job of that in game 1, getting ahead, working counts, getting the pitch she likes. If she doesn't get one, drawing the walk. The 2-0 off-speed pitch, she waits on it and bloops right to second base. She's made a little bit of contact at the end of the bat, but not enough to get out the infield, and that'll be out number 3. The Cardinals strand a couple as the Mustangs cling on to a 1-0 lead. We head to the top half of the second inning. Stay with us here on the CCVZ Catonsville YouTube broadcast. We're back here, the top half of the second inning. The Cardinals head into the new inning down for the first time today that they've headed into the start of an inning and been down. They faced an early 1-0 deficit in the top half of the first in game 1, but were able to respond with 3 of their own. Never looked back. A couple close calls. Game ended 11-10, but nevertheless, the Cardinals held on the lead. Now trailing from behind. Let's see, even by 1 run, how they perform. That'll be out number 1. Shallow infield. Catch is made it by the second baseman, Ava Blum. That one going to be a ball that runs inside. Carson O'Daniels, multiple base hits in game one. She swings and misses at that one. Fagan blows it by her for strike one. Head coach Lisa Brooks for the Mustangs trying to pick up a game two win and avoid the sweep. Fagan picked up the win in game one, pitched all 7. Got hit around a little bit, but was able to get out of a lot of jams and just hold on to that lead just enough. Gave up no runs in that 7th inning. It was a 1-run game going into that top half of the 7th, and Fagan and company held on. The 3-1 inside, that'll be a ball. And that's going to be a a one-out walk for O'Daniels. Now, Sophia Davis due up here with a runner on. Davis hit the 3-run shot off Fagan to draw the Mustangs closer after they fell behind 10-2. That started the rally and the avalanche of runs. The Mustangs put on the 3-run shot. See if she can replicate more of that success in game two. She takes that one for a strike. She was ahead 2-0. That one going to be a walk, and now Fagan finds herself in a little bit of struggle here. 2 runners on, first and second. Alexis Ortiz hit back up to Fagan. Fagan going to third with it, but it's going to be safe. Fagan was kind of slow to corral and fire, trying to make a decision. She went for the lead runner at third, but Roland was unable to reach out and grab that one in time as she slid safe. Base is now juiced here. Base is loaded here. Only one out. Fagan generated soft contact there, but unable to make the play herself. And Alexis Ortiz reached safely at first. That was her first appearance today. And now Karis Johnson, the 9 batter. She slid all the way from 2 to 9, trying to shuffle some things in this order and allow the hot hand to be at the top half of the order. It looks like the Mustangs game to approach. See if Johnson can drive in these runs. Having quality hitters at the back half of the lineup for this moment is exactly why you do it. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Fagan got her to chase on the rise ball. Johnson had no chance and now falls behind 1-2. Has to make contact here. Wants to generate a run. The off-speed pitch popped up in the air, and that one will drop right past Guglielminti, but the force out at third will be made, so that will be out number 2, but a run will score. A little bit of a weird play. Guglielminti and the entire Cardinal infield playing in with 1 out and runners juiced, but the ball went up and over her head. Watts came in shallow left, able to have the assistant throw out at third. Rollins does a good job covering the bag, but the Mustangs score 1 more and now take a 2-0 lead here with 2 outs. Reese Surratt. That one going to be a strike. Count now 1-1. That one going to be a ball outside. Throw down to third, and she got him. The Mustangs ran on that pitch. Might have not been the wisest decision, and the Cardinals get him out. Cardinals fielders helping out Fagan behind her, but not before the Mustangs tackle on one more. Monroe leads 2-0 on the Cardinals as the Cardinal bats look to respond. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Welcome back here for the bottom half of the second inning. Cardinals face a 2-0 deficit now. Emily Fagan looks to start the Cardinals bats going, help herself out and get a runner on. The 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Cardinals. Blum and Askin to follow. That ball runs inside for a ball. Gonna say the changeup hung up in the zone. Zoe Thompson. Thought she might have had a strike on the off-speed pitch, but didn't, and then that one trickles right by home plate. And the count now 3-1 here for Fagan. Have to believe she'll get a pitch she wants here if the Mustangs want to avoid giving up the leadoff walk. But they will, and that'll be a runner here on first to start us off. It's Ava Blum, who was incredible with her bat in game one, looks to keep it up here with a runner on first. Pitch runs inside for a ball. That one swung on, popped up. That one high in the air. Shortstop calls everyone off, makes the play for out number one. The wind's starting to pick up here a little bit. Sun moved behind a deep center field. Renee Askin, the first baseman, and the 8th batter here up for the Cardinals with a runner on and an out. That one going to be a strike. Zoe Thompson doing a good job challenging the strike zone. Was in the lineup game one, but didn't pitch. Got to see how this Cardinal lineup can eat you alive if you can't throw strikes for long stretches of game, but forcing the Cardinals to put the ball in play. That one swing and a miss for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch, high and outside for ball 2. That pitch outside for a ball. And the count now moves full at 3-2. Again, Cardinals bats just do so well at working count, staying patient. Askin fell behind, but now climbs back. The 3-2 pitch. Fagan at first. 1 out. Swung on and fouled off. Pitch ran inside on the hands, but Askin able to fight it off, stay alive. Askin was 1 for 4 with an RBI. 2 strikeouts in game 1. The 3-2 once more. Swung on, popped up and foul up and over the opposing dugout. So Askin lives to see another day and another pitch. And for the 3rd time, the 3-2 delivery is in. The off speed, she fouls it off but stays alive. The changeup kind of floated at the top of that zone. I don't know if that would have dropped in. That could have been ball 4, but Askin couldn't hold back all the way. Check swung, but got a piece of it. The 3-2 swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout as Zoe Thompson wins that battle against Askin. Now, Alisana Weibly takes that first pitch for a ball. Weibly went 0 for 2, but was able to generate a walk and a run. Stand-up steal for Fagan on the wild pitch or pass ball. Hot one swung on and fouled off back in front of us. That one swung on, pop fly, right field. Play's going to be made in right, and that's going to be out number 3. The Cardinals, again, strand another in scoring position, unable to get on the board and answer. The Mustangs still lead 2-0 as we head to the top half of the 3rd. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. back here, top half of the third. Cardinals still not on the board, but can get the work started here on this end of the diamond defensively, trying to keep this deficit only at 2. Guglielminti fires down to first. Almost all the Cardinals playing shallow there, expecting exactly what they got. The soft slap hit. If you're the Mustangs, you have to love the production you're getting out of your starting pitcher, Zoe Thompson, so far. Long game to go, but an interesting caveat to the thrilling 11-10 win by the Cardinals in Game 1. Monroe decided to go to Kelsey Bauer in relief, and she gave them 1 1/3 innings pitched with no hits and no runs given up, striking out 3 batters, and that's going to be a base hit here for the Mustangs. Gabriela Pugliese, the 2-batter, gets on here for Veronica Anderson, who's hot here today so far through about 9 innings of play between the 2 games. Fagan has to find a way. That one swung on, fouled off. Have to wonder what type of advantage the Mustangs have seeing Fagan again. The order almost the same in Game 2 as it was Game 1. That one swung on, the off-speed pitch. That one's going to find some grass as it's going to one-hop off the wall. Turning for home. A play at the plate, and she's going to be out as the Cardinals do an incredible job with the relay play in. Watts to Guglielminti at home. And the outfield assist. And the play made for out number 2. And again, these Cardinals fielders helping out Fagan on the mound here. Backing her up. A huge play at the plate and the lead runner out. Delaney does a great job with the tag. And now a runner on second, Anderson. That one swung on and fouled down the right field line. Down the first baseline, and Anderson will be at second. Runner in scoring position opportunity still. Veronica Anderson scorching hot here for the Mustangs against Fagan and company. But again, got to wonder what type of advantage it is for this lineup to be seeing Fagan for about the 5th time through, maybe even more. 6th time through, and that one going to be a strike. One ball and 2 strikes here for Zambrano. That one going to be a ball. The count's now 2-2. Fagan trying to get out of it again with the help. The defense behind her. That one to second, Blum to first, and the play's going to be made. That's going to be out number 3. Couple hits for the Mustangs, but nothing to show for it. The Cardinals keep it within 2. We head to the bottom half of the third. Let's see if the Cardinal bats can get alive. Cardinals 0, Mustangs 2. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Angela Delaney, leadoff for the Cardinals, will lead off the third as the 1-2-3 is due for the Cardinals to start this inning. Zoe Thompson back out there on the mound for her third inning of pitching. Cardinals only one hit. That one swung on. That looks like it could find some grass, but the play's going to be made in center field. That's going to be out number one. Alexis Ortiz getting it done in center. And now Caitlin Miles, 1 for 1 today, the only base hit in game 2, did not have a plate appearance in game 1. That one swung on and popped up. Be back behind us. The 0-1 low. That one going to be swung on and fouled off. Looked like it could roll back into play, but Rodriguez behind the dish picked it up right as it was foul. Probably smart. Now with 1 ball, 2 strikes, Miles will be frozen by the off speed. Zoe Thompson picks up the strikeout and out number 2 here in the third. These Cardinals continue to be fooled by that changeup as it just floats in the bottom half of the zone. Thompson and Bauer in back-to-back games starting to really dial in on that pitch against these Cardinal batters. Now Alana Watts here with 2 outs. She'll start the count 1-0 due to some sort of violation, maybe a balk. Count will move to 2-0. Not a way you want to start behind the 8 ball against Watts. She'll take that one for a ball, and now it's 3-0. Have to wonder if they're even going to pitch to her here, especially here with 2 outs and no one on. Picking and choosing your battles, especially against an incredible bat like Alana Watts. It's the only way. That outside corner will be tagged for a strike. Now 3-1. Got to imagine if she's given a pitch here in the zone, Watts will go after it. Maybe expect the changeup. Maybe get even to 3-2. It is the changeup. She sits back on it. She swings. And that ball's gone. Solo shot. Alana Watts as the Cardinals are on the board. Zoe Thompson put in that changeup one more time in the zone, and Watts said, "Get that out of here," for the solo shot as the Cardinals are on the board and draw within 1. Watts got ahead 3-0 in the count, and on the 3-1 pitch, you almost suspected that she would go back to that changeup, trying to draw even at 3-2 before Watts even took the bat off the shoulder, but Watts had it locked and loaded and drew that one out in right center field. And the Cardinals are back on the board here as Gianna Guglielminti will be up here with no one on and 2 outs. That one swung on and fouled the other way. See how Thompson responds after her first run given up. That one swung on, hit down the third base line. That'll be fair, and a play will be made at first That's going to be out number 3. Great play made by the Mustangs third baseman, Elizabeth Zambrano. But here we go. We head to the top half of the 4th inning. Watts trying to get the Cardinals fired up. Cardinals draw back within 1 thanks to the solo shot off the bat of Alana Watts. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here, top half of the 4th. Cardinals draw back within 1. Watts with the response with 1 swing of the bat, the solo shot. Maybe that's exactly what the Cardinals need. Maybe that's what the Mustangs need. That's going to be a leadoff single. That one's going to trickle past right field. Miles in right field. She's already going to turn for 3, and that's going to be 2 extra bags. Going to be a base hit, but then an error in right field. And just after I mentioned how the Cardinals might be looking to build off of that solo shot and a little bit of a momentum brought back, the Mustangs respond. That one swung on first pitch. That one's driven back. That one's off the wall. One will score. Another comes in at second and slides safely. O'Daniels remains hot herself, as that's going to be back-to-back base hits so far for the Mustang this inning, and a run driven in. First pitch taken for a strike. Sophia Davis, the one that hit the long ball in game 1. A little bit of a slap look, shaking her head at that first pitch called strike. That one going to be a ball. The off-speed pitch, Fagan tried to drop it in the zone. 5 hits for the Mustang already here. That one going to be strike 2. Beautiful pitch that moves over the plate, away from Davis. The 1-2. High and outside. Davis doesn't chase. The count now moves even at 2-2. That one swung on, and that one's going to get right under the glove of Blum. One's going to come in to score, and that'll be a single, and that is back-to-back-to-back base hits to start this inning here for the Mustangs, who are doing more than respond. Now Alexis Ortiz. She'll take that first pitch for a ball. Starting all the way back in the batter's box. Expect that slap look. She'll show it again. That's going to be wild pitch. Runner will advance, and now another in scoring position. 2-1. Ball outside. Now Fagan falls behind 3-1. But that's going to be ball 4 and a walk. There's going to be a mound visit. There will be a pitching change. The Cardinals first today. When we get back, we'll find out what it is. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. We're back here. Cardinals make a pitching change. Number 18, Ashley Silverman. Cardinals tap into the bullpen and relief for the first time today. Fagan had pitched the prior 10 innings in the start of this one, but unable to retire any so far. 2 have scored, 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Silverman tasked with getting the Cardinals out of this and preserving the deficit to just 3. That one going to be a strike. Karis Johnson, the 9 batter, trying to turn over this order and get on in the process with no outs. That one laid down, the bunt, beautiful, and no play anywhere. Roland came charging in at third on the hot corner, but a beautiful place bunt. Delaney couldn't get it from behind the dish, and base is now juiced here. Has Silverman in a tough position with no outs, and the bases loaded. That first pitch thrown for a strike. All these slap looks that Monroe is presenting through this order almost forces the Cardinal pitchers to try to float something outside away from the plate to strike them out, but also to hit some contact to Roland, who's cheating at third. Ball smoked to Guglielminti at short, but bounced around and no play will be made and a runner will be scored. The error will be credited to Guglielminti. Again, the Cardinals continuing to cheat in with their inner infield, especially on the left-hand side. Bases loaded. No outs still. Cardinals in danger of letting this one get away a little bit. 5-1 here. The roles feel a little bit reversed from how the midst of game 1 went, where the Cardinals were leading and even branched out to an 8-run lead at one point. Ashley Silverman, the right-handed pitcher, the 5'6" freshman. That one swung on. That one back. That one off the wall. One will score. Another turns home. And that's going to be an off-the-wall 2 RBI base hit. For Gabriela Pugliese. Now the Cardinals all the way down 7-1 here. Have to find a way to get out of this disastrous fourth. That's so far seen 2 pitchers on the mound. Silverman not credited with any of those runs yet, but might just be now as that one drops in. Watts tries to fire it in home. Play at the plate. She'll be out. That'll be out number 1. Sliding in safely in third, though, are the Mustangs, and now runners are on second and third. But the lead runner thrown out at home. Watts does a good job getting it in. Another good throw in as Watts gets it done on both sides here in these 2 games. But Delaney does a good job applying the tag and then firing it down to third, but unable to get that second out on the runner advancing. Silverman, the 5'6" freshman from Miami, Florida. That one swung on, popped up in the air. That's a high one. Watts calling him off, makes the catch. No play at the plate will be made. Trying to get out the runner, going to third, but unable. The sac fly, and the RBI will score. That one fouled off back behind. Rich Elias Rodriguez. Silverman's last appearance was for 1/3 of an inning. Gave up a hit and a run. That one swung on. Guglielminti to first. And that'll be out number 3, but not before the Mustangs pour it on and take a commanding 8-1 lead as we head here to the bottom half of the fourth. The Cardinals bats need to respond here if they want to stay in it. Let's find out if they can here next. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the bottom half of the fourth. Cardinals down 8-1 here. Zoe Thompson in again. 3 innings pitched so far today in this game 2 of this doubleheader. Only 1 given up, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Shy of 60 pitches. We're going to say that pitch is just a tad low for another ball. Rolling an expanded strike zone due to her height. Just a little bit of a different adjustment to make if you're a pitcher navigating through this lineup. That one going to be strike 1, low at the knees, but they're going to give it to her. The 3-1 pitch. Tattoos the inside part of the plate, and now all of a sudden Roland finds herself in a full count here without even getting the bat off the shoulder. We'll have to tune it up here. See if Roland could stay hot and start this push for the Cardinals. That one swung on, hit to second. Flip to first, and the out's going to be made for out number 1. Johnson at second base makes the play. A strike will be awarded to the Mustangs for a timing violation on the Cardinals. Silverman foul tips that one, and now all of a sudden falls behind 0-2. Just like that. Silverman late to the box, causing the violation. That one fouled off back behind us. The Mustangs will start warming up arms of their own, and it will be Kelsey Bauer. I mentioned the success that she had in Game 1 despite the staggering numbers from the Cardinals offense. And it looks like they're going to go back to that hot hand at some point in this game. We'll see how long of a leash Joey Thompson has. Only one given up, 1-2 here with one out in the 4th. High and outside. Going to be ball 2. That one swung on and fouled off. Silverman fell behind 0-2. One of those strikes granted to a timing violation, but has fought her way back, but swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout as Silverman's retired, and that's going to be out number 2. There's going to be a warning for unsportsmanlike conduct. On the Cardinals, I believe. First pitch swinging, and what a play by the first baseman. Carson O'Daniels stretched out, scooped it out. Ava Blum retired, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. Still haven't found that offensive production they got in Game 1. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. The Cardinals face an 8-1 deficit. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the bottom half of the fifth, Silverman back out there in relief. That one swung on and fouled. Out in front of it and on top of it is O'Daniels. She'll fall behind 0-2. The Cardinals just 2 hits in game 2 after that onslaught offensive performance in game 1. That one swung on, fouled. O'Daniels out and ahead of that one on the changeup. Not an 0-2 pitch. You love to see placement-wise with the changeup of your Silverman. Would love to keep that down. Trying to serve as more of a chase pitch than anything, but gets away with it there, and Daniels has to even out, slow down the bat speed a little bit here. And she can't catch up to the high heater, as that's going to be a strikeout. Silverman's first here for out number 1. Top half of the 4th inning saw Rodriguez score off an O'Daniels double. O'Daniels score off a Davis single. Davis then scored as Surratt reached first on an error. And then Pugliese singled to center field that drove in 2. And then Zambrano flied out but got a sac fly RBI that allowed Pugliese to score. It's the scoring summary in the 4th inning for the Mustangs that allowed them to branch out to this 8-1 lead. 6 put up in the 4th. Count now 3-1. That pitch, the off speed, off the end of the bat, soft contact, beautiful pitch on the changeup, got her. And the ground out, that's going to be out number 2, the 6-3 ground out. The Mustang lineup getting it done, the changes in the order, shuffling around some of these batters. Veronica Anderson got moved up to the 3 spot. Gabriela Pugliese to the 2. They're a combined 5 for 6. That soft contact rolling, fires down to first, and they're going to say she got her. That's going to be a 1-2-3 to get out the top half of the 5th, excuse me. But the Cardinals bats have to get going here as they trail 8-1. Stay with us here and find out if they can on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Here for the bottom half of the 5th, the Cardinals down to their final 9 outs. And if they want to come back and win, it's going to have to be better than their first 12. That one swung on and smoked, but right to left field as it finds a glove. Unlucky is Renee Askin, as that's going to be out number 1. That one swung on first pitch. That throw to first, that's going to be out number 2. Weibly unable to reach safely and leg it out. So now here with 2 outs, return to the top half of the order for the Cardinals. Angela Delaney. Pitch taken for a ball on the outside. Delaney continues to look for the slap look. Miles and Watts to follow if the Cardinals can rally a little bit here with 2 outs, but they won't, because that's going to be a 1-2-3 quick inning here for the Mustangs as Zoe Thompson and company are getting the job done. Head to the top half of the 6th inning. The Cardinals trail 8-1. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the top half of the 6th. The Mustangs bats look to stay hot. Karis Johnson, the 9 batter, due up before the Mustangs turn to the top half of the order. That one laid down. Rolland there on the hot corner at third, and the play's made. She creeps in. A great defensive position were the Cardinals for that play, and that's going to be out number 1. Both teams littered with slappers in their lineup. The Mustangs just been thriving off of it here today, just forcing chaos, getting the ball in play, outrunning plays. There's another one, Guglielmenti to first. That'll be an out number 2. And it seems like the Cardinals are starting to lean into it a little bit. Just have to make the plays in the field. 2 errors for the Cardinals today in game 2. None for the Mustangs. Another reason for this difference in runs, but Cardinals making the plays. That one swung on. That one smoked. Right field, tracking back. Unable to make the catch as Caitlin Miles had a weird read on it. May have lost it in the sun, and that's going to be a slide-in triple, but it'll be credited an error on Caitlin Miles in right field. Not sure if she thought it was hit softer than it was, or maybe just lost track of it, but unable to corral it in, and that could have been the out number 3 the Cardinals were looking for. The Cardinals were trying to get another 1-2-3 inning. Silverman's been so good after the rough situation she was put in relief for Fagan with runners on, and the type of play I just mentioned a moment ago, maybe the Cardinals aren't making that the Mustangs have in game 2. That one swung on and missed. That's going to be a strike. Veronica Anderson falls behind 0-2. 3 for 3 in game 2. She's been hot. That one swung on, popped up in the air. Watts trying to track it down, and Watts will make the play on the left field line, and that'll be out number 3. So the runner gets stranded at third despite the error. The Cardinals, couple clean innings here defensively, but have to put the bats together here if they want one final shot at it. Cardinals trail 8-1. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the bottom half of the 6th, the Cardinals down to their final 6 outs and have to start a rally now. Ashley Silverman's given the Cardinals a couple of decent innings here in relief. A couple shutout innings. Almost had back-to-back 1-2-3s if it wasn't for the error in right field, but nevertheless, the runner was stranded and the Cardinals' deficit still remains at 7, but it's going to start right here. Miles with a foul tip. The count's 1-2. See if she can make up for that play in right. That one swung on and fouled.
Oh, yes. I didn't start. I didn't start. I seen it pop on my screen. I was like, this was some time. Yeah.
Count 1-2. Zoe Thompson's still in. She started the game. That one's going to get through. Karis Johnson tried the backhand pick at second, unable to come up with the play. That one's going to be credited an error, but no matter the decision, a runner's on first, and this could be the start here for the Cardinals. Have to get it going, and no one better than Alana Watts. The lone run for the Cardinals in game 2 off the solo shot. That one balling outside, and again, Watts gets ahead 2-0. Continues to find a way to get ahead in these counts and determine the pitch sequence next. We'll see how aggressive Zoe Thompson is pitching to her. She's going to take that one low for a strike. It's a great 2-0 pitch. Has to challenge the strike zone. Able to get the call. Miles at first. Quickly Minty on deck. That one swung on. Hit the short, or third, excuse me. The play at second to turn 1. Watts legs it out before any throw at first. Fielder's choice, though, but that'll be out number 1. That'll be Watts' first at-bat today that does not result in a walk or base hit. That pitch will be taken for a strike on the inside corner. Mentioned a couple innings ago, Bauer warming up, but right now the Mustangs don't need him. Thompson doing a great job. That one smoked to short. They look to turn two. Unable to turn the second one, though. Watts out at second. The lead runner, another fielder's choice.
Yeah, it's 60-foot bases in softball. It's 90. If somebody's even
Maggie Rowland here with 2 outs. The all-speed pitch, she's able to sit on it. And the shortstop unable to come away with it on the backhand. That one's going to dribble off the glove for a base hit. That one swung on and hit the third. Silverman has to leg this one out if the inning wants to go, and won't, as that'll be out number 3. The Mustangs strand a couple. We head to the top half of the 7th and final inning. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Back here for the top half of the 7th. Silverman ride the wave all the way through here. The Cardinals are only going to use 2 arms in these 2 games, it looks like. Limited pitching staff as it is. Silverman getting the job done right now, though. That's going to be strike 2. They're going to call a foul ball. Lisbeth Zambrano falls behind 0-2 here. She's going to start the Mustangs off. That one swung on. She waited on that all-speed pitch. Beautiful piece of hitting. Went down low to go get it and drove with the barrel. It's a professional base hit, especially 0-2. Silverman knows she left that one a little too high in the zone, even despite it being low. That pitch you'd like around the dirt, 0-2. Rodriguez now up for the Mustangs. That first pitch a little high for ball 1. The 4-5-6 was due up originally to start this inning. That one jammed inside. Double play opportunity. Instead, she's going to get none. Blum indecisive about what she wanted to do. That was a weird one. It was a soft blooper and a one hop right in front of Bloom. Bloom looked to fire at second due to Zambrano being held at first because it was in the air for so long, and Blum kind of just missed her out. It couldn't fire it at first, try to go back, or couldn't fire it at second, try to go back to first, and it was unavailable. So that's going to be another error here for the Cardinals, but more importantly, 2 runners on and no outs. The Cardinals want to have any last-ditch effort of coming back in the bottom half of this 7th. They have to do everything they can to keep it at only 7. It's a lot to ask out of this Cardinal bats. That one swung on and hit. That one's going to drop right in front of Watts. Zambrano will turn to go home and will stand, and that'll be an RBI single. For Carson O'Daniels, who continues to dominate here today. O'Daniels 2 for 3 in this game, along with 2 base hits in game 1. First pitch inside for a ball. 9-1 here are the Mustangs, and just the tale of 2 games. The Cardinals at one point in game 1 led 10-2. Now find themselves down 9-1 here in the 7th inning. Maybe the Mustangs figured out some things late in game 1, applied them to game 2, made some changes in the lineup. They've served dividends for Monroe and had been in command since the top half of the first and haven't looked back so far. That'll be a strike. Silverman avoids the 4-pitch walk. See how careful she is about challenging the strike zone now behind. Sophia Davis, the 3-run shot in game 1. That one swung on and smoked the center field. Weibly able to make the play out there in center for out number 1. Does a good job staying in front as the runners hold at first and second. Alexis Ortiz due up here. The 2-0, the corner's cheating in, but Silverman's going to hit her with that pitch, and the bases will now be loaded for Karis Johnson. The 9 batter in this order was just in the 2-hole in game 1, so more than capable. 1 for 3 today. Silverman 3 1/3 pitch, 3 given up, 1 strikeout. That one swung on. Watts in left makes the play, fired at home, will be close, bang, bang, and the out's going to be made. That's a double play. Watts with the beautiful throw in for out number 3. The Cardinals only give up 1, get out of all the traffic on the base paths, but have a lot of work to do as we head to the bottom half of the 7th and final inning. The Cardinals trail 9-1. Stay with us here on the CCBC Catonsville YouTube broadcast. Pitch outside for a ball. Thompson will look to complete all 7. There was some movement with some bullpen arms with Bauer. I mentioned we might see her, but looks like Monroe's going to stick to what's working in the hot hand. That one swung on and smoked, just foul. Sneaks up and over the third base line, but unable to even it out as Blum thought she had a base hit there. The 7-8-9 due up here for the Cardinals, their last gasp. Going to have to turn it to the top half of the order if they want to keep this thing rolling. That one going to be high and take it for a ball. Have to imagine that Thompson's leash will be pretty long here if she does run into some trouble. Only 3 hits given up, only 1 run. 6 pitched. The 3-1 swung on, hit the other way and right. And that'll be a can of corn for out number 1. Jordan Cleveland will pinch hit for the Cardinals. For Renee Askin, Cleveland was in the 2-hole in game 1. They went to Caitlin Miles in that spot for game 2, but Cleveland will get a plate appearance. Will take that first pitch for a strike. So the first time Cleveland will see Thompson. Excellent slap hitter. That one, a ball outside. The third baseman all the way in for Monroe in the hot corner. Somewhat of an expectation about what could come. See how Cleveland adjusts. That one going to be a ball as well, 2-1. Weibly due up next. That one swung on, fouled off, back behind us. Count now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Little low for ball 3. Cleveland doing a good job coming in off the bench, working the count. Thompson, see how she challenges the strike zone here on the 3-2. But that'll be ball 4. Good eye from Cleveland. And that'll be a walk. The runner is on. Weibly, followed by Delaney in the top half of the order behind her. If she can reach safely, but more importantly, avoid a double play. A double play would end it. Swung on. There might be one right here. Weibly does a good job beating it out. The Mustangs were looking for the 5-4-3, but unable to turn the second half of the double play as Weibly beats it out. But the Cardinals down to their final out here. Down 9-1. Would take nothing short than a miraculous effort by the Cardinals. If they even want to put up a contest to the final result of this game. Thompson looking for 7 complete. That one swung on in foul territory. Play unable to be made by the fence. Pugliese was in left. Count 1-1. That one swung on. The changeup, she waited for it, but dribbled it. And Thompson's going to do it herself as she's going to complete 7 innings pitched. Only 1 earned run given up, 3 strikeouts, only 3 walks. A complete game and a Game 2 win for the Mustangs as they shut the door on the Cardinals, only giving up 1 run. The Mustangs and the Cardinals split the 2-game doubleheaders. The Cardinals win Game 1 11-10. The Mustangs win Game 2 9-1. I'm Brad Strauss alongside you. Thanks for listening, and have a good evening. Good night.